We're gonna pack for an emergency event. Hi everyone, I'm Caitlin. I teach old-fashioned sewing skills, and we were supposed to work on doll clothes this week, but I haven't sewn them yet. So the video comes out Monday, and last night at like 10, my husband and I decided we're gonna drive to Louisiana for an event that I wasn't planning to go to, and I'm pretty sure I have everything I need, but we're gonna go ahead and pack and make sure I don't have any sewing to do. And this might be the video this week if I don't get the doll dress done. So that'll be fun. Port Hudson in Louisiana, and it's gonna be hot, and like I think Saturday is gonna be 97 degrees Fahrenheit. It's Louisiana, and so it's gonna be humid as all get out. And my husband has been to that event before, and he's told me the mosquitoes are awful. So I'm falling in with a couple of other ladies that I usually fall in with, you know, the Eastern events that we go to. They were planning on going to this event, so they were smart. They made mosquito bars. So we now have like a mosquito net canopy to go around our bed, and there's gonna be 4 of us together, 4 of us girls. And so we have that covered, but I'm gonna need a lot of clothes. Well, not outer clothes. I'm gonna need sets of underclothes because I'm probably gonna end up sweating through absolutely everything. So we're gonna start off with stockings. This is my bucket of stockings. This will be an interesting video because y'all will also get to kind of see how I store things, which is not the best situation, but it works. Probably do not want wool stockings. I think is this cotton? I have one set of wool stockings that look like cotton stockings. No, those are cotton. So there's one more. Here's a pair of yellow ones. 2 stockings. One more pair of stockings, which I know I have other cotton stockings. If nothing else, I can always wear the brown ones. Might as well pack my garters. I have 3 pairs of stockings. Shoes are going to be in my room, so I'll find those later. Body linen. Let's find my chemises. Those look like they're all 1830s. That's one. I had all these things organized, and then I don't know exactly what happened. So, are those drawers? Awesome. I'm going to need a pair of drawers. I'm going to bring my chamber pot, I think, if it fits in the carpet bag, which it should. Ah, this is what I need. No, those are 1870s and 80s. Where are the rest of my 1860s chemises? Oh, I just put this one 1870s chemise in the wrong pot. Oh, okay. I put it in the wrong bucket. Those were my 1860s chemises that I pulled. Cool. Yep, 2 chemises. Yeah, I don't like that one. Where's the other one? Is this one mended? Alright, it's mended. I can wear that one. Alright. 3 chemises. That's what I'm concerned about. I'm gonna have that one pair of drawers because I really don't like wearing drawers, so we're probably not gonna wear them. But that'll be 3 chemises. Corset, which is going to be in the closet in my bucket of corsets. Yeah, we'll bring this one. Actually, you know what? We're going to pack for 2 things. First off, because next week I'm going to Rhett's Work Museum, and I'm going to set out some of my dresses for display. They didn't want any of the originals. They want people to be able to touch them. So I was going to do an upper class and a lower class one. So let's see here. I'm going to need both my wool petticoats then. Wool petticoat number 1. And in case y'all think I'm actually organized, this is the closet of woe. It's where I literally stack petticoats without even ironing them. And my bustles too. That's in here too. Hey, look! That's the silk dress I was going to bring to the museum. It needs a collar. Cool. I'm glad I found the box. Maybe one of the petticoats I end up wearing or bringing. Hey, there's an 1880s dress. That should be hung up, but okay. More petticoats. Skirt to that 1880s dress. 1880s wrapper. 1870s wool petticoat. 1880s petticoat. My mantle, which should go under the bed. This is an over-the-hoop petticoat, which I'm not bringing to the event, but I will need for my nicer day dress display. This is another petticoat. This is a nightgown. An 1830s nightgown. I feel like there's a better place for that. What is this? Oh, those are combinations. Those can go with the chemises. Normally I bring nightgowns to events, but it's going to be so dang hot. I'm not wearing a nightgown. I am wearing my stinking chemise. That's my nice petticoat. I actually am going to bring this for the museum. It's my nice under petticoat. I don't wear enough nice stuff anymore, so we'll just send that over to the museum for display. I'm looking for my brown wool petticoat. That doesn't belong on the floor. Question of what shoes do I want to wear? Because technically I could bring these. These are falling apart at the side. I really need to mend them. They would work for like really low class stuff. I'm gonna see what the weather's doing. If it's gonna rain, I'm gonna want the boots that already have the rubber oversoles. Actually, yeah, I haven't worn these in a while. I'll go ahead and bring the bad boots. They're great lower class stuff. I just need to get them mended. Still haven't found the skirt to that bodice, have I? I don't know where my brown wool petticoat is, but I know it's not in the giant pile of petticoats. So we're gonna put this back. You're probably gonna say, Caitlin, that's a lot of petticoats. And you'd be right, it is a lot of petticoats. But you have to think, I do 18 teens all the way through 1885, and the skirt shapes are all different. I do multiple class structures within all that, so you gotta think, well, you have to have your petticoats for your nice dresses, and you have to have the petticoats for when you're doing super lower class. And it just ends up being tons and tons and tons of petticoats. So I'm fully aware that this is a ridiculous excess of petticoats. And I'm pretty sure that's not even all of them. Alright, changing spaces to the under the bed portion. I need an apron and a sunbonnet for this weekend, and then I need an apron and a sunbonnet to put on display. And they're not going to be the same apron as sunbonnet because I want to use aprons and sunbonnets that I don't typically use for the display because it's going to be there long term basically. So this is my normally used slut bonnet. I'm going to bring that. I have this apron. I have this apron. No, I forgot. No, that's my Regency apron. I can't wear that. Can't use that. This is going to be the bonnet I put on display. I need to starch it. I'm still looking for another pair of drawers as well. Hey, look. No, that's an apron. Oh, I was wondering where my ties for that wrapper went to. I got bonnet wheels in here too. That's fun. Hey, look, more stockings. Drawers, please be drawers. Combination. Hey, that's my last pair of combinations. I have all of my 1870s underpinnings now in the right spot. That's a nightcap. I'm gonna put that where I end up putting nightgowns. I don't need a Sontag. It's gonna be flipping hot. It's the last thing I need. Okay. This weekend I'll probably wear my bad apron. And by bad I just mean that it's been mended several times. For display, I don't know. What do I want to do? This is my better apron. You know what? I have the other apron that's been mended a lot. But that's like my go-to cooking apron because it's been mended a lot. Let's see. Early 19th century. I have a white one. This is just telling me I need more aprons. I just saw another apron. Where did it go? It was this one. I won't be using that one. That's my 1830s aprons. I feel like this one for display isn't going to give the look I want because it's still a brand new apron. And I want that one to look worn. So I feel like this is going to be my best bet. So I'll just bring I'll just bring this one, I'll wear it this weekend, and then I'll put it on display. See what else is under the bed. I still need another pair of drawers. I don't know where all my drawers went to. Granted, I don't wear them, so it's entirely possible that they're in the mending bucket too, or the mending basket. I should probably look there. Alright, this is the box of shawls. And a trash bag. Okay. I need a better system. That is a bodice. That's a pelerine. Did I put all my pelerines in here? Hey, look, another chemise. Actually, then this is going to be one of my display chemises because I don't like wearing this chemise. It can go on display and I never have to see it again. Pelerines. I don't wear any of these. I need to put them up for sale. Shouldn't be blood. It's gotta be mud. Where'd I get that muddy? That's gross. Okay, we're gonna wash that. I don't need a shawl this weekend, so that can all go back. Here's my crochet jacket, which is the right time period for this particular event, but I'm not going to need a wool jacket. I am trying to clear things out a little bit, things that I don't wear very often, and put them up for sale online. I probably do need to sell more of those shawls. Alright, my knees got hurt a little bit, so we're gonna take a break and look through all of these, make sure I'm not missing anything. Shoe bag for my shoes. I shouldn't need my menstruation stuff, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and bring it just in case. I try to bring it to events just in case, but I should not need it. Let's see, this is just my box of randoms. That's fancy handkerchiefs that I don't think I need right now. Evening stuff shouldn't be in here. I will need a neckerchief for display. Let's see which one I want to bring. So early 19th century, this might be my early 19th century box. There's a cap, my working cuffs, pockets. I don't think I need any of that. I need to find where all my other good neckerchiefs are though. I thought they were all in there. Okay. Oh no, there's more. Cool. Is this neckerchief or handkerchief? Plain handkerchief. I will use that though this weekend. Another plain handkerchief. Let's go ahead and use that. Very large neckerchief. This is large neckerchief. Large neckerchief. Same thing. These are my working sleeves. This is neckerchief. Yay, we found one. I'll find my other one. I really need 3 of those though. Actually, I will need a set of undersleeves and collar to display with that one dress. I have these pretty ones. I think we'll use these for display, and then I'm gonna find the matching collar, which will be in here somewhere, unless it was right here. This should all be hair stuff. There should not be a dance to go to, so I don't need that. I shouldn't need any of my hair pieces. Do I want a net to put over my hair? I don't think so. I don't plan on this really being a nice event. Alright. It's gonna be a lot of hair stuff. Caps, cap, cap. Probably still lost some of these caps. It's one of my nets. There's soap that I will need. I don't wear them anymore, but I don't have excess. It's like one of those things, like if I ever do a nice event again, I only have one for each time period, so I probably should keep them. I'm gonna bring one net. I haven't worn a net in years. I kind of miss it. This is the toiletry bag that I will need. This should all be evening such. Yep. Evening hair pieces that I will not need. Should be more hair that I don't need. And this is it. This is a fun pile. I will not need that. There's my mirror. I will need that. I really probably should separate this by time period, but none of it's separated by time period. So it's like my 1880s gloves with my 1930s gloves with my 1860s gloves. A lot of my fans are broken, but I feel like I need to bring one. And that's where my gloves are all supposed to be. They fall out. That's my handkerchief container that they all fall out of. And I don't know where my good fan is. This is more 1830s. It would work though. Pelerines that I might consider selling. This one I've never worn. I like it, but I've never worn it. So we're gonna sell that. This is my favorite 1830s pelerine. This is Sting. I still haven't found any of my drawers, but I found some accessories. All right, still have not found my drawers. Found 2 corsets that I can put on display. I can't find my pink corset, which is one of the ones I wanted to put on display, but I got this ratty old thing that I love. It's my favorite corset. But I do have another one I can wear, and it's the one I'm wearing this weekend. This is my 1840s and 50s corset. Well, late 1840s, early 50s, that I don't wear currently, so I guess I'll put it on display until I find the pink one. Found a nice bonnet that I can put on display that I don't usually wear because it's white, and I'm so afraid I'm going to get dirty. And it has actual silk vintage stock ribbon, which is awesome. So it'll be great for display. Found the skirt to this dress. Also, we've been making baby clothes. I found the creepy, very realistic baby doll from back when I was selling baby clothes on Etsy, and I didn't have a baby model, so I bought a very realistic doll to display the clothes in that I was making. Me making baby clothes for sale online lasted like 8 months. Didn't really last that long, but I have this realistic baby doll, and I've been looking for it because I was like, you know, we're making all these baby clothes. It'd be nice to see them on an actual baby. And yeah, I found her in the box when I went to go put the mantle away, that blue mantle. She was in the box with all of my outerwear. It was actually really creepy because she was underneath a muff. I guess I wanted the fur to protect her face. And all I saw was that. And so realistic. It freaked me out for half a second. Then I went, oh wait, I've been looking for that. So I thought I had it with all the other baby stuff, and I didn't. Anyway, we found that, so next time we do baby doll stuff, I can actually put all the stuff on a baby for display, which is fun. And yeah, she actually is like super weighted. She is actually weighs like 7.5 pounds. Found all of that. I found my carpet bag. Found both carpet bags. I don't really want to bring the giant carpet bag. I don't know if I want to bring the smaller carpet bag, or I have a linen travel bag that probably holds just as much. I'm going to try to get away with either one or the other. I really don't want to bring a whole lot of stuff to this event. It's last minute. Anyways, I'm going to try to put this up. This is the better carpet bag though. Still have not found my other drawers. I have no idea where they are, and I can't find my brown wool petticoat. And that's what I want to wear this weekend underneath my dress. Back over here, we're going to find the dresses I want and the wrappers. Okay. This is my great-great-grandmother. Well, great-great-great-grandmother's? I forget. Anyway, it's a family heirloom that my grandmother gave me. She's the one who redid it, so it should be 10. And she told me I'm more than welcome to take it back to how it was originally. She said the tin was all rusted, so she painted over it. But I think I can probably restore it, and it dates, we think, to the 1880s. We know that my ancestor came to Texas with this trunk in the 1880s, early 1880s. I don't know if it's actually an earlier trunk or not. Okay, 70s dress, 1870s dress, there's that wrapper. Okay. This, we've made this on the, well, we didn't make it on the channel. We refitted it on the channel. And I said, after imprisoned, I wasn't going to wear it anymore because it is on its last leg. But I love this dress so much. I think imprisoned was a really good last hurrah for it, unfortunately. But again, I love this dress. But I think this is going to go, what's going to go on display. So it can still be loved and shown off. Probably ought to sell this one. This one was my replacement to the other one. I don't like it as much. I like the white and not the cream. And I made it exactly the same way, but I still don't like it as much. So I'm wondering if I ought to sell this. Because both of these are so similar, but this is a wool cotton blend. It's very reminiscent of homespun, and I feel like I ought to sell this one because they're so similar. Alright, I think, oh wait, this one is back in here. This is my only late 1830s dress, so that one has to stay. You are fine, I fed you this morning. There is nothing wrong with you. I think that's everything. I'm gonna go pack it all and then set out the stuff I'm gonna sell. I still have no idea where my drawers went to. Actually, they're probably in the mending basket. I should probably go look there. Alright, so I have this bag, and then I have the smaller carpet bag with my business cards in them. I need to put whatever I'm wearing there. So we're gonna do a scenario where we come in and like walk through the federal camp and then set up our stuff. So like we're refugees coming into the camp. So I'm gonna set my clothes that I'm gonna wear aside because I'll need to get into those before I even pack them. So I'll only bringing one of the bags for the rest of the weekend. Luckily, that's kind of easy to work with. So I'll likely just wear my dress. I need to put a button on this. Alright, mending's done. So I need a petticoat. I'm only going to be in period dress a few hours on Friday, so I think I will not wear the drawers. And that'll leave drawers for the 2 days that we're going to be, in period dress longer. So far, this is my packing pile. This is my wearing pile. Okay, petticoats. There. This can go there. Gloves. The fan can go in my pocket. I might want that. At least I caught it. And what I'll do is I'll go grab my rubber overshoes. We'll put them in this because they're nasty and gross and I don't want them touching my nice clean clothes. I'm thinking carpet bag's going to be the best bag. So I also do want to bring my pitcher and wash basin. So I'm thinking carpet bag's going to have to be it. Also, my toiletry bag is still in the other room. It's going to be very interesting putting the pitcher and wash basin in it because that's just about full. Welcome to outside where it's very noisy. Getting bedding together. So I have the mattress, I have linen sheets, I need my cover licks. It's going to be really hot, but I am going to bring it because it's supposed to get to the low 70s, and I feel like the low 70s is cold. For pillow, I'm going to pack, I have a little square, we made it on the channel. Basically, it's a nightgown bag. Your nightgowns and stuff is supposed to go in it. But I found that if you stuff it with petticoats or dresses, it makes a really nice pillow without any extra bulk. So for like this type of event, it's great. Also, I forgot that I'm having to take some food, so I think we are going to have to bring the bigger carpet bag, which I didn't want to do, but we'll do. Alright, I am packed. So larger carpet bag, I put some candles in there, that's what the wooden box is, and I have everything that I need. So, it's a carpet bag, sewing box, I already put my bedding in the car, but it's just those three things, and that's all I need for this particular event. It's really nice not having to take things like tents or big large furnitures or anything of that sort. I don't mind wrapping it if it just means I don't have very much stuff to keep up with. And there's the stuff for the museum all ready to go, so, well, most of it ready to go. Then of course there's stuff I'm using this week. And there's the reason I have to wash a tablecloth anytime I want to eat at the table. And the loom that is still not warped, as well, it should have been warped. And that's about it. Thank you so much for joining me today as we did an impromptu pack for a weekend event video. I apologize that we missed our sewing this week, but we will get to it next month. Okay, so it is the day after I got back from the event. I just thought I'd give you a quick recap because what's the fun of packing for an event if you don't get to know how it went, right? So I don't have a lot of photos because it was a no cell phones event. Very end of the day Saturday, we snuck a few photos, mostly of a couple of us girls in our underwear. I'll put that on screen in a little bit when we get to that point. So we got there Friday. We left, I believe, at 8 in the morning. It's about a 7.5 hour drive for us. Got to the site, parked the car. Everyone else had already been there for a couple of days, already had everything else set out. Michelle and the girls had put up the flies. They'd already put up the mosquito nets. But yes, so we got there, I was already dressed out, and so I just had, again, my bedroll, the carpet bag, and then I don't know why I always bring my sewing basket. I bring it to every event. I can count the number of times on one hand in the 13 plus years I've done living history that I've actually sewn any of the projects that I brought with me. I did need some sewing tools, but the only thing I actually needed was my housewife, which is a little sewing kit that could have easily fit into my carpet bag. So the whole sewing basket was really just extra weight that I really did not need. And I'm putting this on camera so that I know for next time that, no, Caitlin, you do not need your sewing basket. You will not work on any of the projects. So just fit everything in your carpet bag and don't bring the sewing basket to any type of refugee event because you never use it. So I set the bedroll out. We had the mosquito nets, which were lovely. Oh, they were awesome. Brett and I have already decided that that is going to be a project, so I'll probably put my rendition of that on the channel. Michelle's going to get me the schematics that she used. Another friend, John Lee, is going to give Brett schematics. I think he's going to make John Lee's for campaigning, so it's like a smaller one, fits really well for just a single guy, and I'll make a larger one so that when we're together we have a mosquito net, because that thing was amazing. It kept all the bugs out, flies, mosquitoes, spiders, anything you can imagine. It kept it out of our beds. So then half of the civilian group, this very small civilian contingency, and we had half of us stay in camp because it was Port Hudson. It was the town of Port Hudson, and the rest of us packed up our things onto carts and go-karts and just whatever we could carry, and we were kind of made about a mile-ish trek kind of through the forest coming out to where the fighting was happening, because it was the beginning of the siege of Port Hudson. And so we got not only captured by the Yankees, but we got stopped by them, and we were not allowed entry into the city until we signed documents saying that we'd support the union, and we had great big discussions on that. Some of the girls and I were chatting, and we were saying to each other, well, we're not allowed to vote, so what is our signature even worth? Like, why are you having women sign for things? We don't have any rights, so our signature won't hold any weight. Why are we having to sign anything? And so eventually they do let us through after searching through all our belongings. So they dumped everything out. half of my stuff went into Mary Grace's carpet bag and half of Mary Grace's stuff went into my carpet bag. So we had to like sort through things later. And then they took a few of our things. They took my box of candles and my candlesticks, and we were told beforehand that they would go through our stuff, so don't bring anything that you can't do without, because they are allowed to keep anything until the end of the event that they commandeer from us. And so it was one of those things, like, you had to make it look like we're actually moving, so I had to bring my dresses and my petticoat. Well, I was wearing my dress. I had to bring my wrapper and all my underpinnings and all of that, but they could have taken all of that had they wanted to. They took some tobacco from Michelle and just little things. They actually let them keep the shotgun with the bird shot, so we were kind of surprised they let us do that. And other than that, they didn't really take too much other than my box of candles and stuff, and they handed that back to me after the end of the event. I was kind of looking forward to them going through some of my things, because I purposely packed like my menstruation products, and I was really looking forward to one of them like picking it up and looking at me questioningly. I'm like, because I like being sassy. That is what I used to contain the contents of my menstruation cycle, and then just watch their faces go in horror. But they never picked anything up. I also packed my Bordaloo, which is like a female urinal, basically, and it fits between your legs, and there are paintings of 18th century women using them, and I have a reproduction of one, so I was like, I really want them to pick that up for me to tell them what that is. And they didn't do that either. So yeah, we ended up making it through federal lines very easily. They passed us off to the Confederates, and then the Confederates escorted us back to the town. So we were able to be with the town, and our excuse for going into the Port Hudson was that a sister of ours was in there and she's dying, and there's another sister that was crippled, and so we need to get in and, you know, bring them medicine and take care of them, see them before they die, basically. So we got there and we had dinner later on, and all of us girls were really tired from the trip, so we just went to bed early and woke up the next day, and none of us got very much sleep. We were told that there was a good possibility that they would be night firing, so the cannons and the guns would be going off periodically throughout the night. Apparently the historic site last minute decided to change that. They didn't want us to do any night firing, but we all assumed that they would be night firing, so we were just kind of anticipating gunfire all the time, so it was really hard to sleep thinking that there's be cannons going off. Then the next day, it was the day we were portraying the middle of the siege. It was really, really hot. We kind of sat around and camped for a while, you know, made breakfast, ate breakfast. Late in the morning, it was almost lunchtime at that point. A couple of girls and I stripped down to render things and went to go wading in the water source, which was a modern house over by the Confederates. So we marched right, you know, across. So there was the town, and then there were the Confederates camp, and then there was the field of battle, and then the Federals. And so right on the edge of the battlefield, where, you know, right in front of the Confederate camps, we kind of walked over to the hose, and we hosed ourselves off for about 15 minutes, and it felt amazing. We just, you know, stripped down to our chemises, or we left our corsets on and a petticoat, because we knew we had to walk back in front of all the men. So we left some things on and just soaked ourselves, and then just walked back, and it was fantastic. We had wet under things for the rest of the day, and it was amazing. And then when we came back, so there is an original source saying that the church where the civilians were hiding all their food, or, you know, got shelled really, and they had to pick glass out of peas and beans because they were starving. And this is the part of the siege where they were actually, you know, eating rats and that sort of thing. We didn't eat rats. We ate squirrel and rabbit though, so I've eaten those before, so they weren't exactly anything new to me, but it kind of showed that we were, you know, desperate of some sort. But yeah, when we got back, we were told that the church was bombed and that we'd had to pick glass at our food. And lo and behold, there's the 4-year-old and his mom and several other people of our group picking shards of glass out of peas. Turns out the glass was, Michelle had made sugar glass. So, you know, sugar and water, you boil it and you let it harden, and she just swung it against a tree, broke it in tiny little shards, and mixed it in with the beans. So we were actually pulling out, you know, sugar glass from our beans, and that way when we soaked the beans, if there were any shards left, they melted, so it was safe to eat. So yeah, there was actually several hours spent picking glass shards out of beans, which added to the realism. And then later in the afternoon, we went back and hosed ourselves down again, because again, it was just really hot, and went for a small walk, took a couple of naps. We weren't really doing much of anything. We were just kind of surviving the siege. You know, we hung out, had a lot of fun together. Really love those girls, and so it's really awesome. I only get to see them like 2 to 3 times a year, so it's really nice. I hadn't seen any of them since February when we went to a lusty. So it was really good to hang out with Michelle and Mary Grace and Ellis and Chelsea and all the other wonderful people that were there. So that was fun. And then Saturday night we also went to bed early because we were tired. I think it was just heat. It just really gets to you after a while. So we just slept a lot better that next night because we knew there wasn't going to be night firing. And I think we were just so exhausted we just slept. And we woke up Sunday and not a lot of things happened Sunday. We made breakfast. Oh, the other thing we did Saturday, we actually brought lemonade to the soldiers and distributed it, which they very much enjoyed. I think some of them also enjoyed our display of under things. So the second time we came back from hosing ourselves off, we just left the under things on and just carried our dresses, and we just marched right past all the soldiers in our underwear and went into camp and just kind of hung out in our chemises, corsets, and petticoats. And there's some really wonderful photo ops that we got of us in our underwear, and another one with Michelle looking like she's a madam with her girls, and a couple of men. So it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with that. And then John Lee turned one of them into a, digital tintype. And then Sunday, we didn't really do much. It was mostly just packing things up because it was the end of the siege. The Yankees were coming, so we wanted to get out. And so we just packed everything up and left, and we were out of Port Hudson, I think, by 10 a.m. Drove all the way home, got home at like 6, took a shower. I texted all the girls later, and I was like, hey, we're home and showered. By the way, why do all my clothes smell like seafood that's been left out for 3 days? They smell horrid. Like, absolutely horrendous. It was awful. And I really don't understand it because even clothes that I wasn't wearing smelled like that. It was gross. And so yes, everything got washed. I finished washing everything today. It is all on the line drying. So now I just gotta put everything away. For a very last minute event, it worked out really well. Quite literally the Thursday before we left, Wednesday night before we left, I was like, well, I wonder if we can get into Port Hudson. So we called the people who were helping to plan it, and we were like, hey, do y'all have space? And turns out a couple people had dropped out, and so they had space, and we left. And it was really great, and I really appreciate them letting us come because that was a really fun event. So I'm just very thrilled that they took us in last minute and allowed us to come because that was a lot of fun. It was so good to see everybody. Again, I don't get to see these people very often, and I love it. So that was great to spend time with friends and just to get to hang out, see people I don't get to see very often. Because I think the next time I'll see a lot of them is probably December for Fort McAllister, and some of them are not going to be there. So the next time I'll see really any of those people are going to be December. And time after that, I don't know, because I don't know if we're going to LSD this next year. So it might be Bentonville, which is next March. But I think that was about it. That was the recap of the event. I know this was very impromptu and not exactly what we usually do, but there was no way that after deciding to do an event, I was going to get that doll dress done. So this ended up being a great fill-in, and you got to see kind of how I pack as a refugee. But if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell notification so you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you back here in the next one.